Hey everybody, this is my second lesson for today. I'm just going to give you a quick review of graphic motion so that you can make your graphic motion story. If you saw my tutorial earlier about how to edit a Google Doc, then you saw me make this little motion graph. Let me just quickly describe the movements to you so maybe it'll help you understand a little bit better how these things work. So bear with me here because I put this together really quick and it's not my best work. So the first graph that we're talking about is a graph that shows a constant speed. This part of your graph represents the distance that you've traveled or an object has traveled. I'm going to use you, like a person walking, for most of my stories here. You're free to use any story that you want when you make your graphic motion story. This is the distance that you have traveled. This is the amount of time that it took to get there. Okay, so at a constant speed, your speed will not change. Every 2 seconds, you travel 2 feet. 2 more seconds, and I need to get this to go away so you can see my numbers down there. 2 seconds, 2 seconds in 2 seconds in distance, 2 feet traveled. 2 seconds in distance, 2 feet traveled. 2 seconds in distance, 2 feet traveled. So every 2 seconds you're traveling 2 feet. So you're going 2 feet, then 4 feet, then 6 feet, then 8 feet. It's not changing. It is constant. Your speed is remaining the same. Does that make sense? Okay. The next one that you need to know about is increasing speed. So as you are moving, and you are moving further and further away, you're getting faster and faster. So if you notice here, this is our time. Let's say in 3 minutes, or 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, you traveled a total of 10, 12 feet. See, that's 12 right there, just after 10. In 3 seconds, you traveled 12 feet. Well, if your speed is increasing, after 2 more seconds, you've traveled a whole lot farther than just 12 feet. You've jumped from 12 here all the way up to 30 feet. And it's just 2 seconds later. Does that make sense? You're getting faster and faster and faster and faster. So your speed is increasing. It's going to cause you to have this curved line. And that's going to show increasing speed. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. If not, try looking up some YouTube videos about it. Okay. So for this one, I don't want this to confuse you because this is a motion graph story. This describes the movement of an object. This part right here, this flat part, that shows a stop. That shows no movement is taking place because time never stops. Time continues to go. There's nothing we can do about that in the real world, in real life. You can't stop time. Time continues to go. But your distance is not changing. Your distance is not increasing or your distance is not decreasing. This could be if you were walking at a constant pace and you decided to stop for 1, 2, 3 minutes to get a rest. Okay? This shows a stop. Right here, this flat part. Now, since we're on this image, I'll show you the next one. When you are returning back to where you started from, your distance is going to decrease. But remember, time continues to go. We can't stop time. So even though our distance is decreasing and we're going back to where we started from, our time continues to tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Time continues. So walking at a constant speed, a constant pace, for 8 minutes, stopping, or we walked 8 miles, 8 miles, or 8 feet. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too confusing right there. I put this together real quick. I'm probably confusing you, I'm sorry. So you walked a total distance of 8 feet. You stopped for 1, 2, 3 seconds. No distance is increasing or decreasing, but time continues, and then you decide to go back to your starting point And so your distance is going to decreasing, but time continues. So this is returning to where you started from. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry if I confused you there. Okay, the last one I want to show you, and this is something you can add to your story. This is a decrease in speed. Remember this one? If our distance is increasing and our speed, our time is going by, our speed would be increasing, would be speeding up. Well, this one shows slowing down and going back to where you started from. So this could be slowing down in your graphing motion story. Like if you were running and you got tired, so you had to slow your pace a little bit, and you also decided it's time to go back home. That's what that would mean. I hope this helps as you create your graphing motion story. If you're unable to print and you're unable to edit the document on the computer, perhaps you could just draw this graph and write down your story on a piece of paper, and hopefully you can send it to me digitally. If not, we'll come up with something. But I hope that helps everybody who may be a little bit confused about this graphing motion. If we were in school together, it would make a lot more sense. We'd be practicing it more, but this is kind of the best I can do for you right now. So email me with any questions, and good luck, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.